Good afternoon to students. So we are in the chapter moving charges and magnetism. In our previous class, we have learned about the magnetic force. So let us recap on that topics before starting a new topic. We have seen that day we have learned that what is magnetic force. Magnetic force, that is when a moving charge particle in a magnetic field, then the magnetic field will exert a force on that charged particle. That force is known as magnetic force. Okay, so magnetic force is what? Magnetic force is the force that exerted by the magnetic field on a moving charge particle. So the charge particle in a magnetic field can move in any direction, but in every direction there is a magnetic force. In our previous class, we have considered only two cases. The one number case was like that: the charge particle moving along the direction of the magnetic field. One number case was the charge particle moving along the magnetic field. In that case, when the charge particle moving along the direction of the magnetic field, our expression was to calculate the magnetic field. It was Fm is equal to QBV sin theta. So when a charge particle moving along the direction of the magnetic field, what will be the angle between B and B? Of course, it will be 0. So angle theta is equal to 0. So see, Fm is equal to will be 0. What it means? It means that when a charged particle moving along the direction of the magnetic field, then on the charged particle there is no force, there is no magnetic force, and then the motion of the charged particle was straight line, as there is no magnetic force on the charged particle. It was the first case, straight line motion. If the charged particle moving along the direction of the magnetic field, then on the charged particle there will be no force. Fm is equal to 0, and for that reason the motion of the charged particle will be straight line. In the second case, we have learned that the charged particle moving perpendicularly. The charged particle moving perpendicular with velocity. You are seeing there is a magnetic field, and already by the cross sign it is clear to you the magnetic field, it is inside one. And you are seeing the charged particle Q is moving with a velocity v. So the charged particle, it is moving with velocity v, and the magnetic field V is inside. That is B and V. Inside is the charged particle, a magnetic field, and the particle is moving with velocity v, then they are perpendicular to each other. Then by right and palm rule, we can calculate the magnetic force is direction. You have to push your palm. See, your forefinger will be along the direction of the magnetic field, and your thumb will be along the direction of the velocity of the charged particle. Then you have to push your palm. Then you will see that the direction of the magnetic force, it is upward direction. There is Fm. And also due to that force, you are seeing it is centripetal force. Due to that Fm force, also we have learned that there is a circle. That is, the motion of the charged particle was a circle. That circle also, how it is circle, that thing also we have discussed in our previous class. So in this way, we have discussed the two cases. One number case was when the velocity of the charged particle is parallel to each other, then there is no force. The motion of the charged particle is straight line. When the motion of the charged particle is perpendicular to the magnetic field, then the motion of the charged particle will be circular one. I think the two cases are clear. Also, we have discussed in case of as the motion of the charged particle is a circular one, for that reason we have calculated the radius of the charge and it was mv by qb. And the time period of that circle was 2 pi m qb. Everything we have discussed in our previous class, and whatever the result was that day, that thing just in the board. Now let us start our today's class. Case number 3. The two cases was discussed in my previous class. Today we are starting from the case number 3. It was theta is equal to 0. The 2-1 was theta is equal to 0. That case was theta is equal to 90 degree. Now question is there. If the charged particle moving with any other direction, with angle theta, not 0, not with 90 degree, it is moving with angle theta, then what will be the motion of the charged particle? So first let us consider one case is like that, where the charged particle is moving with an angle theta with the magnetic field. It is case number 3. That is, the magnetic field, its direction is that side. Now one charged particle Q, whose mass is m, moving with velocity v, making an angle theta with the magnetic field b. Okay. Case number 3, the charged particle moving with an angle theta with the magnetic field b. So in that case, what will be the direction of that charged particle? That is our first case. From the vector chapter, already in class 11 you have learned that if there is an angle theta, then the vector, what will be? It will be resolved into two components. One is v cos theta, another one is v sin theta. Two components will be there. One is v cos theta, another one will be v sin theta. Now we have two components. One is v cos theta, v sin theta. V cos theta is parallel to v. You see, from the picture it is clear that v cos theta, that component is parallel to b. That is, b is parallel to v cos theta, and v sin theta, it is perpendicular to b. Second case, that is, two cases are there. One is parallel, another one is b is perpendicular to v sin theta. Now, if v cos theta is parallel to component, if magnetic field B is parallel to V, already we have learned there. The magnetic force is there. What is coming? As the angle, our expression for Fm, for that case, equal to what? Fm is equal to, our expression is what? QVV sin theta. Then Q B E sin theta. Angle is, in that case, angle is, what is the angle in that case? Any of you, what is the angle? In that direction, what is the angle with that component? It is 0 degree. For that reason, there is no force. There is velocity. There is velocity. Velocity component is v cos theta, but there is no force, as the angle between the two is 0. For that reason, there is velocity, but there is no magnetic force along that direction of magnetic field. It's clear? Now, second one. B perpendicular to B sin theta, that component directed perpendicularly. In that direction, what is the magnetic field? Magnetic field Fm is equal to, in that case, already we have learned that if it is perpendicular, the velocity, if it is perpendicular to the magnetic field, then the magnetic force is QBV. Got the point? So there is two cases. One is there is no force but there is velocity. But in the second case, there is due to perpendicular motion, there is force, there is magnetic force QBV. Okay. Now, due to that force, what will be the motion of the charged particle? That thing we will see. So let me clear that thing. I think you have noted that point. Okay. Now see, there is velocity along x-axis and due, in perpendicular direction there is magnetic force. Already you know that if there is B and B sin theta, that is the velocity of that one, and magnetic field is directed perpendicularly, then what is the motion of the charged particle? It is circular motion. Already you have seen that. So there, due to that case, there will be circular motion. And due to that case, there is no force, but there is velocity. If you combine the two cases, then you will get like this path. In that direction, there is velocity. In that direction, there will be a circle. If you combine the two motion, then you will get such a path, and that path is known as helical path. So that is the 3 number case. In 1 number case, we have seen that when the charged particle moving along the direction of the magnetic field, then the path of the charged particle is straight line. When the charged particle moving perpendicularly to the magnetic field, then the motion of the charged particle is circular one. If the charged particle moving with any other angle, then the motion of the charged particle is helical path. That is our 3 cases. Now, in that case, you have to learn more few points, like as in the circular motion, when you have learned, second case, when you have learned when the charged particle moving perpendicularly, at that case you have learned what is the radius of that circle. Also you have learned what is the time period of that charged particle. So in that case, again you have to calculate that thing again. That is radius of that charge circle. What will be the radius of the circle? Our expression was it is the expression Fn is equal to Q B V sin theta. That is Fn, it will be equal to mv square by r. Like as we will equal the two sides and we will calculate that r, mv square by r. 1v will be cancelled, then r is equal to mv by qb. Sorry, that side Fm is equal to QVV. That one is V. That one will be V sin theta. V sin theta, and there is QV. So that is the expression for radius. For time period t is equal to what is the formula? The formula is distance only a circular motion is due to that component only, v sin theta. So there will be speed, not only v sin theta. So ultimately, you the value of r, it is, you just place there, m v sin theta by q b. There is v sin theta again. So v sin theta v is cancelled. So ultimately, our expression for time period is 2 pi m by q b. It is expression for t. So radius only change. Earlier it was only mb, but here v, that is that time in the second case there was v only was responsible for the circular motion, but here v sin theta is responsible for the circular motion. For that reason, our expression will be mv sin theta by qb for radius, but time period 2 pi m qv, it is same as earlier. So for that case, for the helical motion, you have to learn the radius and time period. You have to calculate. Now, for that velocity, v cos theta, from there what we'll get and what thing you have to calculate from that side. Due to that motion, v cos theta, due to that motion in the helical path, you have to calculate the pitch. You have to calculate the pitch. Pitch means what? In class 11, there was one experiment, screw gauge. There you have learned what is pitch. What was one rotation? With one rotation, how much distance covered by the screw gauge? It is the horizontal distance that covered in one time period. Horizontal distance that by one time period, that is the pitch. So from there, you have to calculate, due to that motion, what is the pitch. Then pitch is that distance is the pitch. Suppose it is x, then x is equal to what will be? What is the x distance? Distance, what is the expression? Already from the motion chapter you have learned. Distance, d is equal to, what was? D is equal to, d is equal to what? V is equal to s by t. Then s is equal to vt. From the motion chapter you have learned. Then x is equal to what? X is equal to v, which part? Parallel part. There is the perpendicular part. In that case, there is perpendicular part. There is parallel part. Pitch you are calculating in case in the direction of the magnetic field. Pitch into time period t. So you calculate there v parallel component is v cos theta, and then time period t is equal to 2 pi m by qb. So there will be into 2 pi m by qb. So that thing you have to calculate in the for that component v cos theta. And for that component you have to learn radius of the circle and time period, and for that component you have to learn what is the pitch of that helical path. Okay, so that three cases you have to learn from the motion of the charged particle in a magnetic field. Note the point. Okay, let us now proceed for the next topic. Our next topic is our this class, we have learned only the motion of the charged particle in a magnetic field. But now we'll see if in any region there is electric field and magnetic field both are present, then what will be the motion of the charged particle? That is our topic now. So let's see what is the motion of the charged particle in an electric and magnetic field. Both the fields are present there. So topic you write down, motion of charged particle, motion of charged particle in the presence of both the electric and magnetic field. That is our case. Motion of a charged particle if there is both electric and magnetic fields are present. In the chapter electrostatic, you have learned that if a charged particle is present in an electric field, then how much force is exerting? You have learned there that QE. If electric field is E and charged particle Q is moving, or Q it is in rest, in both the cases whether it is moving or it is in rest, it is moving or it is in rest, then the electric field applying one force, that force is, what you know, that force is QE. Already you have learned in the electrostatic chapter. The charged particle may be in rest or may be in moving, but the field will exert a force. That force is electric force and its expression is QE. What was the direction of that electric force? The direction was, there also you should know the direction of that one also. Direction is along the electric field. Okay, so our electric force is QE. But in magnetic force, you have learned that the magnetic field only exerting force on a moving charged particle, not in a rest charged particle. Already I have discussed in the previous class. And how much force is exerting by the magnetic field? Also you have learned that thing also. The magnetic force Fm is equal to QBB. That is the magnetic force. The expression of the magnetic force is like that. Okay, a scalar expression was, vector expression was B cross B. Okay, so that one is the electric force, that one is the magnetic force. Now, if in any region there is both the field, then how much force will be exerted on the charged particle? Of course, the both the forces will apply on that one. Then what will be the net force on the charged particle? In that case, the net force will be, net force on the charged particle will be Fe plus Fm. Fe, its expression is QE, and Fm, it is Q into B cross net force. So, if a charged particle will be in a field where both the fields are present, the net force exert on the charged particle, it is QE plus Q into V cross B. That force is known as Lorentz force. So what is Lorentz force? What is Lorentz force? Lorentz force is the force, the net force that applied on the charged particle due to the electric field and due to the magnetic field. That is the Lorentz force. Okay. Now you will get lots of cases are there where you will get both the forces are present. Now few cases will just today I will discuss, and if necessary I will discuss in the next class. Today I will discuss 3 cases where forces are there, both the fields are there, and then what is the motion of the charged particle. 1 number case. Case number 1. Electric field and magnetic field both are parallel to each other. Electric field and magnetic field both are parallel to each other. Okay. Now the charged particle, one charged particle whose mass is m, is moving parallel to m. It was rest, then it start to move due to the electric force, because electric force on the charged particle also, rest charged particle also, electric field is giving force. For that reason, the rest charged particle will start to move along the direction of them. Case is clear? Electric field and magnetic field both are along the same direction. They are directing. One rest charged particle was there. Due to that, because on the rest charged particle, magnetic field is not giving any force. Only due to that electric field, on the charged particle there will be a force, and that on the due to that electric field, the force on the charged particle will be U. Okay. So of course, as the charged particle, on the charged particle, electric field is exerting force QE. So what will be the direction of that one? It will be straight line one. Is there any force on the due to the magnetic field? The magnetic force will be there 0. The reason is there. Fm is equal to, our expression is QVB sine theta. When the charged particle was in rest, then already we know that magnetic field will not give any force. Force is 0. But due to the electric field, the charged particle will start to move. Then you may answer question that as the charged particle is now moving, for that reason the magnetic field may exert any force. But what is the direction of that charged particle? The direction is parallel to the magnetic field. From the expression, you see, if the charged particle moving along the direction of the magnetic field, then the angle what will be? It will be 0. Along the same direction. So if sine theta is 0, then what will be the force? It will be 0. So initially, when the charged particle was in rest, then magnetic field is 0. When it is due to the electric, it start to move along the direction of them, but as the angle between them is 0, for that reason magnetic force at that time also. So only on the charged particle, in the first case, the force is electric force. Got the point? Now, in that case, what is the acceleration of that charged particle? Acceleration, for acceleration, What is the, it is along x-axis. What is the expression for forces? F is equal to Fe, forces QE. So acceleration is by mass. QE by M. Mass of the charged particle is, you have to calculate that thing, that expression you have to calculate. What is the acceleration of that charged particle? It is x is equal to QE by M. Magnetic force is 0, so no need to consider anything. Just as electric force is there, due to the electric force, what is the acceleration of the charged particle? There will be QE by M. What is the final velocity of the charged particle? Vx. Ux plus, from the expression, that one. Now ux, initially what was its velocity? Initially it was rest. So it will be 0 plus ax. Okay? It's not time period t. Only t. So first case, I think it is clear to you. Now, what we have? Force is there. Acceleration we have calculated. Then final velocity of the charged particle, that thing we have calculated. Okay? And now the path of that, ultimately from the case, you can say that the charged particle, what will be? Motion of the charged particle. Motion of the, both the fields are there, still the motion of the charged particle. Motion of the charged particle is straight line. Motion of the charged particle is straight line. One number case is there. Second case. Now in the second case, the charged particle, you have to also you have to learn the graphical representation. As earlier in the motion chapter you have learned, that cases also you have to learn from there. Okay. Second case. Case number 2. Here also the magnetic field and electric field both are directed along the same direction. But the charged particle, earlier it was in rest, now the charged particle was in motion with a velocity v naught. The charged particle is now, in the second case, the charged particle, initially it was not in rest. It is moving with a velocity v naught. Then it is started to move with the force. Now on what force? It is a moving charged particle. Now what force will be exerted on that charged particle? First, let us consider the electric field. Due to the electric field, what force will be there on the charged particle? Of course, due to the electric field, the force on the charged particle will be QE. And what is the direction of that electric force? Already we have learned the direction of the electric force is along the direction of the electric field. So, same direction. Next one is due to the magnetic field. What will be the force on that charged particle? It is the moving charged particle. For that reason, on moving charged particle, magnetic force is there. But is there, in that case, is there the electric field is exerting any force? You just apply the formula. Our formula is Fm is equal to Q into V E sin theta. Due to that electric force, the charged particle is moving in that direction. along them. Now, then what will be the angle between B and V? In that case also, the angle is 0. For that reason, theta is 0. So, there is no magnetic force. Okay, there is no magnetic force. Magnetic force is 0. So, in the second case, what is there? In the second case, the both are parallel to each other. The charged particle moving with the initial velocity v naught, and then also electric field is force is there QE, but magnetic force is there 0. In that case also you have to calculate what is the acceleration of the charged particle. The acceleration of the charged particle, force by mass, as earlier saying, force by mass. What is the final velocity of the charged particle? Ux plus axt. Ux means with what velocity it is moving? With v naught velocity. Then there will be v naught plus ax. You can put there qe by m. So that is the expression for vx, final velocity. Okay. Now, what will be the motion of that charged particle? Due to magnetic field, there is no force. Then only due to the electric field, there is straight line motion. So that case also, the charged particle will move along straight line. So both the cases we have discussed two cases. In both the cases, both the fields are present, still the charged particle moving along straight line. Now in that case, earlier what was the in that direction type? In this direction B. Second case, first case was it is uniform motion, but in the second case it will be also straight line graph, but as there is initial velocity, so from there it will be straight line. So the graph also you have to learn. Okay, so in that way we have finished the two cases. I think you have understood the things. So note that cases, 2-number case, then we are moving for the 3rd-number case. Okay, then let us consider the 3rd-number case. In the 3rd-number case, the electric field and magnetic field both are parallel. But the charged particle is not moving along that side, along them. The charged particle is now moving perpendicularly. Okay, it is with velocity v naught. It is our 3rd-number case. So let's see, in the 3rd-number case, what is the motion? What will be the motion of the charged particle? First, let us calculate the electric field. Due to electric field, what will be the force? Expression is QE. Force is QE. Now, that force will exert on the charged particle. Okay, QE force will exert on the charged particle. Now, what will be the magnetic force on the charged particle? Now, there will be magnetic force as the angle between the two is 90 degree. Okay, so what will be QVB sine theta? Now sine theta is 90 degree. So the expression will be UVB. Okay, got the point? Now from there, you have to calculate the acceleration ax is equal to, in the same way, you have to calculate the acceleration qe by m. Also, you have to calculate the final velocity vx is equal to ux plus axt. Now, ux means what? Ux means along the velocity, initial velocity along the direction of electric field, ux. There is any initial velocity as the charge particle, force is there, but the charge particle is moving perpendicularly. So ux is there 0. So only there is axt. Dx is equal to axt. Okay. So ax means, again you can put there qe by m, and there is, so that is the dx. Okay. Now we have seen that there is electric force is QE and magnetic force is UVB. Already you have learned, due to that force, if B and B perpendicular to each other, that is in two directions. In that direction there is electric force. In that direction also there is magnetic force. Due to that, if there is magnetic force, both are perpendicular to each other, then we have already seen that there is a helical path. Already we have learned. Today I have discussed the thing that in two sides, perpendicularly, if two forces are there, then due to the force there will be a helical motion. Then due to that force, the charge particle will rotate in a circular path. It will give a circular path, and due to that force, there will be a horizontal motion. So ultimately, again, we will see a helical path. Okay. Due to that one, already in our earlier discussion, we have seen that if they are perpendicular to each other, then there is a circular motion. Then circular motion is there. Also, there is a horizon due to that electric field. So, ultimately, we will get a helical path. So, in the third case, we are seeing that due to electric field and magnetic field, the path of that charge particle, in the third number case, we are seeing that the path of the charge particle is helical. Okay. Now, in that case, for the helical motion, again you have to observe that pitch. You have to calculate the pitch. Pitch is, what was its expression? X is equal to V into T. Okay. But here you can see one thing, that due to that force, the charge particle will be accelerated to each other. So that pitch will be constant or it will be increased. In the earlier case, you have learned that helical path, there was pitch constant because along the horizontal direction. For that reason, there will be the motion, it will be accelerated. And due to the acceleration, the pitch will be variable. So in case of helical motion also you have to note that helical motion also two types. In one case the pitch is constant, in another case the variable. So whatever the earlier helical motion you have learned, it was fixed, that is constant motion, but here the pitch is variable motion, that is helical motion with variable pitch. So that these are the cases today I have discussed. So if any cases left with that one, I will discuss in the next class. For today, thank you to all.